Welcome to day 8 of this combine. It is Wednesday, is it Wednesday? Wednesday the 1st of February 2017. One loss today. This is the box score, $66.18. I'm still suffering like a dog with this, what I think is a mild case of pneumonia. Won't go into the details, the symptoms, but needless to say, it's pretty energy sapping, and so it's about time to wrap up for today. I know that it's sapping my energy because there was a short here, and somehow I managed to miss this, overlook this short after taking the long here. So I took the stop here. News came out on the Japanese yen, and pushed it down, and then it closed above my zone of action and then back under with a wick, which showed that some people got trapped long here, and then the wick, the close above the zone of action got the longs in, and then the wick against that showed that the longs were trapped, and so that's where you would have gone short at around 8. Just a second. Yeah, as I was saying, what was I saying? Yeah, somehow I missed this short from around the 28, 23 area. I'd be looking for this green line as a target, so with a bit of this green arrow here, which is a fib projection of the pattern, and that would be somewhere around 798 with wiggle, potentially the whole number 800 there. So be looking to take it off in this area, 800 to 798. After, and I've just seen where I could have added, which was right here, because and let me get the pen, because if I do this, you see we had small bars with overlap, and then it dropped away here, which is what I call a chop to knot, came back in as sharp as it left that area, and then put a wick against the lows, so that signifies short-term trapped shorts, so it's pointing long. It went up here, came back, wicked again, if I just remove that, wicked again, and then closed under the wicks, under these two wicks. So that's the first sign that that pattern's failing. And then came up here, didn't make any higher high, even if you use that little micro high or this major one, didn't make a higher high. And then you got this small shooting star here, which if I can just close this and zoom in, that shooting star right there, and that coincided with higher volume here as compared to these what I call trees, which is volume which is like 200% or more than the average volume of the last X bars, so like 5, 10 bars to the left, 5, obviously you wouldn't have the right, so you have to look left and do the average of the last X bars, so that might be 5 or 10, whatever you want, and then see if your current bar is 200% or greater as compared to the average of those prior bars, and that's what we had here. And also you see exhaustion volume here, and here, and then this is a bigger volume bar, so that indicates a break of that situation that I just explained there. So that's where I would have added at 11.5 or 11. If I was short from 23, the blended stop would be halfway between 23 and 11, which is 6 lower than 23. Blended would be 17, right here. Blended entry, or just a little higher than that, 17. And then you would put your stop wherever, making sure it doesn't go over the original risk. So I would just put two ticks higher than 17, 19, which means I'd be risking 80% of the original stop, and I would have 2 trades on now. And the blended entry of 17 would mean that I would be looking to get out at 802 or lower for the $300 gain. But this is all this is all if you can get in the trade and scale into the trade and finally hold the trade to the target. And if you've been watching the last two videos of my series of this series of videos for this combine, you will have noticed that I haven't had a $300 day on either Monday or Tuesday, even though I had the chance to do so on both days. So this could be due to the fact that I'm feeling under the weather. I don't think it's the getting up early in the morning, because I've kind of adjusted to that, or it could just be fear as well. Fear of pushing. When you see results, sometimes you want to take those results off the table, so that could be an issue as well. But yeah, if woulda, coulda, shoulda, if I'd got short at 23, I would have added 11, and 2 and below would be where I'm trailing on the way to 798. So that's what I'd be doing. You can see it's making its way down there now, but I didn't do that, and so I'm happy to just take this little loss. Although I'm not so keen on the pace I currently am keeping with the combine in terms of the objective and getting funded and so on. It's better to be consistently but gradually profitable, rather than push things and break your edge and have a down sloping equity curve. So that's my reasoning for now. We'll see how we finish this week. As I didn't push Monday and Tuesday, I just have no business pushing on the downside when I'm not quite hitting the ball cleanly. So if I do come back later today, as I said on Monday and Tuesday, if I do come back in the afternoon, in the late afternoon, early evening here in Central European time, I will allow myself one more stop, even though according to my rules I can take 3 stops to end the day down around $200 after commission. I will mark the day by saying I can only go down by 2, because if I had pushed the winning days on Monday and Tuesday, then I could afford to push the losing day. But as I haven't done so, I have to keep this pace. So that's going to be it probably for today. Be interesting to see if this reaches 798. If it gets to, as I said, 802, then we can assume that I would have locked in a $300 day, even having taken this loss. And I'll probably be back at it tomorrow. So like this video if you want to keep up, if you found it informative in any way, and don't forget to subscribe if you want to keep up with my journey. And as I always say, remember to stay humble and follow your rules, not anyone else's rules. Back at it tomorrow.